Hello once again, Magic players, and welcome to another episode of Draw Go. Today we are finishing up our Sliver deck with, somewhat ironically, the First Sliver. And today I am joined by the, whatever it's called, requester, conscriptor, something, the asker for this deck, Dakota.
Hello.
There you go. So, the commander is a interesting little bugger to do because they get to have, at least when I make a commander, they have the most simple of the arts. Their border, I try and get rid of basically the entire border and just have the card be reduced. That was really annoying. To its most simple form. And, oh, that's weird. So, we're learning all kinds of new things. When we were highlighting the First Sliver's box earlier, I noticed that it had a little bit thinner of a pin lines than usual. And this guy seems to have a little bit crooked of a box up here. It's not by much. I think it is again by just 1 pixel. But, like I was saying, I like to do the commanders as the barest of bones when it comes to a box. So we're going to cut out the little name, the First Sliver. We're going to cut out the Cascade and the Sliver spells you cast have Cascade. We're probably going to get rid of the reminder text for Cascade because hopefully Dakota can remember what that does. Oh no, everything's gone wrong. And so, Dakota, my friend, what made you come up with this little idea for this Sliver deck? Because your Sliver deck is more unique than the average Magic player's Sliver deck. Most people would choose one of the commanders and then, typically choose 30 to 40 slivers and then just have the rest of the deck be, tribal effects and stuff like that. So, what made you do yours your way?
It might just be that, the unique thing.
Okay.
I like to make different decks. Just the fact that it has been done before kind of makes me not want to do things sometimes.
That's fair. And I know that to be true about you for certain.
And I decided it was a fun little concept. I didn't think it would be as effective as it actually is.
As our play group is well known at this point, Slivers is a bad deck.
Very bad deck.
And it never wins most of the games you play it in.
It has won most of the games I've played it in.
That's my precise point in saying it. Not irony. Sarcasm. That's the word. Sweet. So what made you want to do... Oh no. What made you want to do this one as a custom deck? Because you don't have any other custom decks, right? This is the first one that's full unique art and individual, to you.
Correct. Could be opening a can of worms, but mostly...
Oh, I love worms.
Because I really liked the Land of the Lustrous, the manga, and the anime.
Past tense. Now it makes you cry, and you hate it.
Well, mostly it's just, I guess, kind of on hiatus. It's sort of. It just has a slow
release schedule.
That's the one. One more week, we'll see what happens. But I thought, because there's so many characters, I guess, and there's so many slivers, I thought it was just so cool to just have these little gem girls, boys, it, theys, whatever
Gems.
floats your boat.
Gems.
Yes, the gems just kind of represent the slivers. Because they're kind of, I don't know, in my head they kind of feel like a bit of a swarm kind of thing.
Oh, no, good. Well, I was going to say, I was thinking about this very good line yesterday. I was like, I can't think of a single better thing to represent how voracious and overcoming anime is than slivers.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So bam, they've invaded Magic World, although most of the times you see them in Magic, it's people who, like, just make them in, like, oh no. Not the gems in particular, but anime. People draw them just, like, in thongs over basic lands.
Oh yeah.
Not really a fan of those.
Nor am I, and these characters especially would not look terribly good in that. I mean, they already have one character that is wearing underwear all the time now, and no one likes it.
Oh no, I thought you were a huge fan of
Oh, certainly I like the character. I think it's fine, but yeah, most of the fan base is not a fan
that. Base. Gosh dang.
of that.
Anyways. This is becoming harder than I intended. Which is how most things operate.
Especially when I'm involved.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a really quick agreement.
I don't know what you want me to do. Nah, Dakota, you're perfect in every way.
Thank you. That's all I wanted from today.
To be perfect in every way.
No, just for you to admit it.
Okay, whatever. So I deleted that cascade on accident, but whatever. We'll just grab later. Thanks. And now, when oh my gosh. This is harder than it needs to be. That's okay. It's everything in life has its own little challenges. Okay. So, now when I do this, aha! Now all we have is the bare bones of a magic card. Basically. You can barely even tell it's a magic card at this point. And that's what I'm looking for. What I'm fighting for. So come in here, crop this little friend out. And again, the reason why I do this is because your general is supposed to be like the entire... I guess it's not supposed to be. You can play magic however the heck you want. You can have it so that your general, you never cast your general, or so that you cast your, like if anyone interacts with your general, you just concede. But most of the time your general is kind of like the forefront, the leader, the like identity of your deck, and I think that's almost most prevalent with the First Sliver. Like, gosh dang. Like, he's just a powerful character, he is certainly in charge, and, or she, I don't know, he lays eggs. Sliver's gonna slive. So we've gone through and we selected a couple of arts that we think would kind of show off the like whole deck. Some of them are just Phosphophilite, who is the protagonist of the show and who's runs pretty well deep throughout the entire deck. Like, you see a lot of Phos in like every single it's not every single card, but it's a lot of cards. We're going to bring the opacity down so that it's just the bare touches. And then we're going to go to this bottommost layer and bring in this art. Bam. Look at this guy. doesn't need a whole lot of adjusting. We're going to move the location of these little boxes. We're going to get rid of... We're going to move this guy down so that it's not just right in the middle of everybody, and so that it doesn't block anybody's faces. Gosh dang. Life is hard, y'all. Life is very hard. And probably like right here kind of zone. I like that. I like that. And we're going to move this one up for the same purpose, so that we're not blocking too many people's faces, and so that we get the feel of everyone being here. So Dakota, what do you think of this first sliver?
I do like it. We almost got the Mike Wazowski sensei's face.
Almost. I could just tilt this thing if you want, but I like it. I think we're going to do at least this one, and then we have a couple of experimental kind of designs to do. So we'll just save this. Version launching and export. Version 1. And then all we have to really edit is this layer 4, which makes things super easy. So we're going to grab this guy, and we're going to bring him on in. Paste away. Interesting, interesting. And for this one, I'm going to move the rules text up a little bit to make room. We're going to bring the power and toughness and the type line down. And that way we kind of reverse the order of things, but we get the more transparent bit up at the top. Cool. That. And we'll move the first sliver back up again because it moved down when we brought it around. Boop. First sliver. Boop. Okay. What do you think of this boy?
The power and toughness box kind of got smushed by the...
Oh no. Oh god, that's bad.
Type line. Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm good at this.
You can magic. That's annoying. There we go. Because there was a non-zero amount of stuff that happened in between them. Ugh. This is what happens when you've done like 80 slivers in the course of a couple of days. You just get tired and you think that you know how to do everything. There we go. Unselect this. This up. What the heck?
You missed a spot.
I missed part of T. Part of the spot. That ain't that bad. Go right there. Select all of this. Lines. What do you think of the first sliver? Now.
One more critique. Part of the white on the borders on the right-hand side.
There's a little bit on the left as well.
So I would say I couldn't quite tell that much on that side.
Okay, what about this?
It looks great.
Cool. this one. Ah, I meant to say this. Oh, that's such a sad day, y'all.
No, we have to go back and do, what was that, maybe 2 more minutes of editing?
Not necessarily. Because this thing actually has a really good undo function. Maybe. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
I didn't say we. I'm doing no work here.
It should have a good undo function. Okay, there's it being transparent. There it is. And then we unmic Wazowski'd. Okay, cool. Here it is again. Control Shift S. There we go. This one's now version 2. Behold, power. Okay. And then... I mean, I can try... Did you want to try this one out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So do this one as a last little collection. I'm really good at hitting the Windows key. Oh, that's unfortunately small. Let's see, what's the compression? Not a big fan of that. So for this one, we want to bring the type line probably up top, because that's the opposite end of where everything is going on. And then move it. A little bit of spacing. Talked a little bit off on whether or not like we move the disc on. Did you want to try and move the disc onto her, or how do you feel about this as the first sliver?
It does look a little strange with her being at the bottom. That's kind of where the focus should be, on her. Again, her, him, it, they. Gem, on the gem. It definitely doesn't look bad already.
If we moved it, would you like it more than the other two, or would you like it less than?
It'd be a pretty good contender for first.
Okay. So I haven't done this in a second, but this is going to take a minute, so we're going to speed some things up, and we'll join back in a moment to see how this turns out.
keep me quiet as they dig a hole in my chest. Every piece of me wants to fight it when they say I get feeling too blessed. And when I take a turn, for the better. I still live with the safety net. How can I be living from the center and only feel like a silhouette? Pull me down, pick me up, send me a location, anywhere that makes me feel something. I'm nervous and my hands are shaking, but I still don't want you saving. But that's what you get inside city, where hearts weigh heavy on the soul. And everybody's out here for the taking, while they sell us out for fame and fool's gold. Let's welcome you to Sad City, where we feel the illusion of control. And I know I'm too far gone for saving, but I'm easier to say when I'm alone. Stuck inside city, I don't mind it. Everybody wants to be the best. Every piece of me tries to deny it, as I put out all your feelings to rest. Everybody wants to get all of the answers. We're too used to being silhouettes. Tell me, how can we find something better if we never try to reinvent? Pull me down, pick me up, send me a location, anywhere that makes me feel something. I'm nervous and my hands are shaking, but I still don't want you saving. But that's what you get inside city, where hearts weigh heavy on the soul. Everybody's out here for the taking, while they sell us out for fame and fool's gold. But the best welcome you to Sad City, where we feel the illusion of control. And I know I'm too far gone for saving, but I'm easier to save when I'm alone. The best welcome you to Sad City, where we feel the illusion of control. And I know I'm too far gone for saving, but I'm easier to save when I'm alone. But the best welcome you to Sad City, where we feel the illusion of control. And I know I'm too far gone for saving, but I'm easier to save when I'm alone. The best welcome you to Sad City, where we feel the illusion of control. And I know I'm too far gone for saving, but I'm easier to save when I'm alone.
Okay, so we're back. And here's Fox, the First Sliver, again. For real. And you got to see kind of some of it, but since it was sped up, I'll go over a little of the details. So we outlined her, brought her up, and we used some of these little stained glass parts to fill in the parts of her that were left in the void, because when we changed her position, it changed how she was sat around the actual outline. It actually doesn't look terrible when you remove it. But there she is. So we shift save because I don't want to have to deal with all that again. And we have version 3. Hooray.
You're a wizard.
Wizard. I'm a planeswalker, if we are to believe magic lore. So now we have these. These are our first slivers. Which one's your favorite, my friend? We'll give this one a little fair treatment. Zoom it in.
I hate picking favorites.
They're all the favorite. Hooray!
I'm still partial to this one.
Why is that?
Because just I don't know, just the way that it shows the transformation of like Foss from the beginning to Foss as she is now. It's so cool. Just it feels like Cascade to me. Like, the art's really good, the flavor's really good, the nostalgia's really good.
Yeah.
And this one just has all the gems, so it's just really good.
So, I guess good news for us, we don't necessarily have to choose. So, we're probably going to make all of these. I don't always do lots of generals. I typically do at least 2. One where it's your favorite character and one where it's a group shot from what everything the deck is based on. But, we can do all 3, why not? So, this is the First Sliver. And this is the last episode of Season 0 of Draw Go. I don't know what we're going to create in the next episode. If there are any comments on that, then I'd love to make whatever decks you want to make. Otherwise, I'll probably do a little passion project for myself. Thanks for joining me for this one, Dakota.
No problem. Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next season.